Part 1 is touching the letters A through Z in order, and everybody touching at least one of those letters. Does that make sense? So we're going to just take turns touching the letters in order A through Z. That's part 1. If you want to jump in here, you can. I'm just going to kind of sneak right here. And whenever you're ready, you can go and begin part 1, touching A through Z. And remember the letter or letters you touch. Don't forget.
So we each go through it, or do we each do like A?
Very good question. You only need to touch each letter once.
Oh.
Does that make sense? So some of you are gonna have 1 or 2 letters. Some of you might just have maybe somebody has 3. Whatever you want to do.
B.
So B.
C. D.
E. F. G.
H.
I. J. K. L.
M.
N. O. P. Q. R. S.
Lucy, you want to get that one?
E.
Kelly, you want to get you?
Yeah.
W. X. Y.
Z.
Nice. Touch the same letters you touched before, but let's just do it in for practice because there's 2 more parts to this project. All right? Whenever you're ready.
A. B. C.
D.
E. F.
G.
H.
I. J. K. L.
M.
N. O. P. Q. R. S. T.
V.
W. X. Y.
Z.
Any point in time in the project, you can always practice. So if somebody says, hey, can I practice a little bit more? You can stop the group and set this up and practice. So here's part 2. If you're ready, unless you need to practice, here's part 2. This next round, you're going to flip your letter over when you touch it and then flip it over in order.
Oh.
Okay, does that make sense? Now, here's what's going to happen in part 2. Then you're going to flip them back over in order A to Z.
Okay.
So if you need to practice before you flip over, somebody says, hey, I want to practice one more time, or could we, when you're ready to go to part 2, then we're going to do the flip over thing. Okay, does anybody need to practice one more time?
Do you guys feel confident with where your letters are by just looking at it? So once you can't see the letter, what do you think? We good.
Going to part 2?
Yeah.
All right. And is it going to be okay to, we're going to say fail, because if we make a mistake, some people call it failing.
First
But
attempt in learning.
is it going to be okay to make mistakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what are we doing with mistakes?
We're learning from
We're learning from them, and then we're moving on, right? We're trying it over, getting better. All right, so this time, we're into part 2 of the project. Part 3 is kind of the final exam. We'll get to that in just a moment. So when you touch your letter, touch it and then turn it over. Okay, in order. Same letters you had before. Whenever you're ready.
A.
D. E. F.
G.
H.
I. J. K. L.
M.
N. P. Q. R. S. T.
U.
V.
W. X. Y.
Z.
Okay, are you ready? I'm a little nervous. 'Cause I've only seen this done once with an adult group I just worked with, and they made a mistake their first try. So let's give it a shot. We'll do the best we can. We ready to try?
Ready to try?
All right, here we go.
Here we go, team.
A's first.
All right, A.
D E F
H.
I J J. Oh God. L L T Q R. Yeah. S T. That was so close.
That was it, yeah.
W X Y Z.
Nicely done. Anybody a little nervous about turning over their letter? No, you had your one solid, right?
You're confident.
Talking about team building, what would you say this is team building? How would you define what we're doing as team building? What are we doing?
We're like remembering where we put it and like we're working as together so we all can figure out where it is.
So you're remembering your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your role and responsibility is part of a team, right? Anything else about team on this one?
Success as a whole?
Were you successful?
Part of
Yeah.
success as a whole?
Even if you missed a couple, would you still be successful? That's still an A probably,
Still say
right? Yeah, so you got to define your success, right?
helping
Cool.
each other out.
Anything else about being a team in this situation?
We're helping each other out if we forget where one of our numbers is.
Yeah, because I think someone wasn't sure, and then there was someone that said, no, maybe, so we can help each other out. That's good too, right? All right. What do you think? Are you ready for final exam, or you want to try this round one more time? What do you think?
I noticed a lot of focus in our group during that round. Do you think we're ready?
Yep.
You ready?
Try it?
Okay, so let's get ready so round 3, you're going to go ahead and turn your letters over in order A to Z. Turn your letters over in order A to Z. Okay? We're going to get ready for the final exam. Do you work in group projects in school?
Yes.
Yeah. What are important things for you about a group project? When you're in a group, what do you like to see happen in a group?
Everyone working together.
Everybody working together. And what is one behavior that when everybody's working together they're doing? What are the things you can see in here? What's one thing everybody's working together? What are they doing?
We're focused.
Focused on the project
Yeah.
versus being sidetracked. Anything else you like to see while working with a group? See or hear? Yeah.
Communication.
Talking to each other?
Yes.
And is it nicely talking to each other or yelling at each other or nicely? So calmly, nicely, intonation is important to you. Cool, cool, cool. Anything else about a project that you like to see when you're working together?
Everyone doing their part?
Everybody doing their part. Do you all have a part?
Yeah.
What is your part in this project?
EPS.
EPS. Oh, I like that. You all have part. You all have your letters, right, to the project. Cool. And you feel confident about your part of the project. All right. Is it going to be okay to make mistakes?
Yep.
All right. So here's part 3. Anybody know what a pangram is? A pangram. Pangrams are kind of cool. There's such a thing as a perfect pangram, but most pangrams are not essentially perfect. But a pangram is a sentence that includes all the letters of the alphabet. And the coolest pangram is called the perfect pangram. It only has 26 letters. But most people can't complete full sentences without doing abbreviations. So there's a few online. You can look up perfect pangrams. I have one that is your first try at the final exam. I only have 2 puzzles. So if we do not make it through this puzzle without a mistake, you'll have one more opportunity to go. So the goal is no mistakes on this one. We're going to spell all our words in the pangram correctly. If we make a mistake, that's okay. We could practice. We could do whatever you need to get ready for that second one and try to do the second one without mistakes. Okay? You ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to put the letters down in the center. You flip over the letters in order to that word, And then when that word is revealed, then flip those letters back over. And then we'll go to the next word. Okay? Ready to go?
Right.
Here we go. First word. So you all have roles and responsibilities. You are all attached to those words.
Oh, you have to find those words and put it there.
Who's got the T?
So
So
flip
you go first.
Yes.
Nice. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Turn it back over. So far, so good. 3 down. You ready for the next one?
Go.
5. Who has F?
And remember, you can stop the game and practice at any time if you feel we can't go without making a mistake. Who remembers who has the F?
Who had an F?
Let's practice for a moment. Ready? If I was going to flip, I'd have A. Who would have B?
C.
D.
E. Oh, I have F.
There we go. All right.
Nice. Good practice.
Nice.
Very good. Without making a mistake.
B. E.
Very good. Flip 'em back over. Woo. Is that 7? 7 down.
Okay.
Big one. So the 5 boxing so far in the sentence.
Okay. B. Kristen. O. F. I. N. G. No, that's not it.
G's me.
Very nice. Flip 'em back over. So far, so good. All right, ready? Another big one. The 5 boxing wizards.
Wizards.
5 boxing wizards. That is a Z.
W.
W.
Nice.
I.
I.
Z.
A.
R. D.
Yes.
Very good. Flip 'em back over.
All right.
The 5 boxing wizards jump. J.
U.
There it is. Nice.
M. P.
Very good. One more. Flip 'em back over. This is it. Almost there. You ready? So what is working for you? What are some behaviors that are working for you? You kind of know where your stuff is. All right. Excellent. Anything else
Taking our
working?
time.
Taking your time. We're not timing this. This is just do the best you can. Anything else working for you? I'm noticing some other behaviors that seem to be working. Are you helping? In what ways?
When somebody seems to be like they forgot their letter.
Yeah, yeah,
Or it might
yeah.
be, hey, Kristen would be.
So there's some other people watching your back, right? This is awesome. Last one. Here we go. What is it? The 5 boxing wizards jump. Here it is. Final exam. This is it.
Da-da-da.
Q, U.
I. C. K. L. Y.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool.
Last 2 letters.
So help me out with this. What do you think about this as a team building activity? What are some things it does to build a team? If you were to use this again and you were going to lead it as a team builder, why would you use it? What would be useful in this one?
What do you guys think? If you were introducing this to one of your classes, you're like, hey, I've got this challenge for you guys. What do you think it would help for that?
How would this help build a team? What does it do for us? What does it help us practice?
We're communicating together.
Talking to each other. And you were talking, I think, nicely to each other. You weren't yelling or making fun of anybody, so that's a good quality.
Everybody's focused.
Seem to be very focused, especially on our part.
Right.
But then there were others also able to focus on other people's part. So it depends on the kind of learner, the person you are engaged in, right? Cool. Anything else this helps to build a group of people?
I noticed that there was no judgment, really. Like, we were able to do our part, and sometimes when I'm working with the high schoolers and they're working in groups, they're quick to judge on how somebody's doing something, but I know that I was focused on other stuff, and I like missed my letter, but nobody was like, "Come on, Kim," and just
Right.
like giving me a hard time about that at all. So
Yeah.
everybody was
Supportive.
kind and patient and supportive. Yeah.
And what you got stuck? We got stuck at a point in the
The F, we weren't sure.
yeah. And then what did a teacher do? As a role of a teacher, what did a teacher do to help you?
She said, "Let's practice." And
Let's practice.
I knew I
figure out
had
where
the
it
A.
was.
I knew I had the A, so if I started with A again,
Yeah.
maybe we would find the F.
So sometimes people have advice that can help move forward. Sometimes you just got to restart and go from the beginning. But that was a great way, without having to restart, just practice without even looking at the letters. Very cool. Excellent. My thought is this. Go ahead and flip the letters over the other way. We might be able to do this. Let's just see. Let's just get it a little bit on film. I want you to tell the letters that you have. You might have to wait a turn a little bit. To the person on your left, you tell them what you have and where they are. And then when you have your new set of letters, we've got one more puzzle.
Okay. So mine.
Tell the person on your left. So you might have to wait a little bit until you're ready.
Tell me yours. You've got the U, and it is right there, right?
Yeah. Oh. So I have these.
I've got
Hold on.
We got it.
Okay.
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 With the time that we have, let's just try this. Let's just go and reveal the letters alphabetically A to Z. With your new letters that you know, you're in charge of those letters. And you're still a team, but let's see if we can do that with as few mistakes as possible. All right, here we go. A,
B, C,
D.
F.
nice.
G. It's J, right?
H.
Never mind. J.
I.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
J.
Now it's J.
J.
I don't know the alphabet.
K.
L.
L.
Nice.
M. Nice.
Whoa. P.
Q.
R. S.
T. U. V. W. Y.
Nicely done.
Yeah, nice, you guys.
So what does that change do? How does that help us practice something? If we tell somebody our information and they have to use it, how does that change it?
Memorize and just have more of where all the letters.
Yeah, so now it's memorizing, which sometimes is hard for some people. What else does that do for the activity as a team building exercise?
We're working together, and if someone messes up, like the person that told you the letters are gonna help you.
Yeah, now maybe you've got a helper, right? That, hey, where was that? Now you can ask somebody because they have the same information that you need. Cool. Thanks for that one. That one just kind of came to me. I thought, well, let's see if we help each other. Very cool.